Why are you so lazy? Why don't you get up and do some work? We've all heard our parents say things like this. We also wonder why we're so lazy. But what if I told you that you're not actually lazy? And this isn't just my opinion. Medical science backs it up. In this video, I will share 5 symptoms that, if you experience them, indicate that you're not lazy, but burnt out. But first, let me explain what burnout is. There's an interesting story behind it. An American psychologist named Herbert Freudenberger, who worked in a drug rehab clinic in the 1970s, where he had to work 12 hours a day, experienced it firsthand. Many doctors were quitting because they were having nervous breakdowns. Herbert thought he should take a break and go on vacation with his family. He booked a flight for the next day, but didn't wake up in time and missed the flight. This had never happened to him before. Herbert decided to record his experience, and when he later listened to the recording, he couldn't believe it was his voice. He sounded very tired, angry, and frustrated. When he returned to his clinic, he noticed that other doctors were behaving the same way. They were acting like the drug addicts they were treating. Herbert named this condition burnout. In short, burnout means that when we work excessively for days or months, we lose all our energy, creativity, and motivation. Burnout doesn't happen in a day or two. It takes weeks or months. Burnout has 5 stages, with the first being the honeymoon phase. Imagine you just got a new job and are very happy because you're making new friends, working in a new office, and learning new things. But after some time, your happiness starts to fade, and the second phase, onset of stress, begins. We start feeling a bit stressed because of deadlines, overtime work, and its impact on our personal life. This stress gradually increases and goes out of control, leading to the third stage, chronic stress. After a few months, chronic stress transforms into burnout. The honeymoon phase is the exact opposite of this stage. There's no happiness, we've lost all motivation, don't feel like doing anything, and our creativity is completely gone. We are so exhausted that we don't even want to talk to anyone. Finally, when this continues for weeks, we reach the 5th stage, habitual burnout. This situation is so serious that many of us get stuck in it and don't realize how it's affecting our health. We think it's just simple stress or a small tension. We understood the stages of burnout, but how do we know if we're burnt out? Psychologists suggest that noticing even one of several key indicators can be a sign. The first sign is a loss of motivation. For example, a professional who starts with high enthusiasm after some time might find themselves completely unmotivated within a short period. They might feel unable to imagine continuing their work long term. This loss of drive and energy is a prevalent sign of burnout, indicating the need for motivation and support. The second sign is frustration and exhaustion. As we saw in Dr. Herbert's example, when he recorded himself, he felt frustrated, getting irritated over small things, and realized something was wrong. Interestingly, the behavior of drug-addicted patients in his hospital was similar to that of Dr. Herbert and other doctors. While it was understandable for patients to be frustrated because they weren't getting their drugs, the doctors were behaving the same way due to burnout. The third indicator is procrastination. In her book, The 5-Second Rule, author Mel Robbins asks her audience how many of them tend to procrastinate, and most hands go up. Mel explains that procrastination isn't about laziness. In fact, many of the letters she gets are from dedicated PhD students, engineers, and successful business owners. According to Mel, procrastination is a way to cope with stress, and it often occurs when we're burnt out. While many of us label it as laziness, procrastination is actually a clear symptom of burnout. The fourth sign is a loss of concentration and creativity. Many successful creators, writers, including those who produce novels and are quite accomplished, have admitted in interviews that they struggle to focus on their work and feel overwhelmed, leading to a loss of creativity. A recent study found that 79% of content creators experience decreased concentration and creativity due to burnout, which often results in a noticeable drop in their productivity and income. The 5th sign is neglecting self-care. If you've stopped taking care of yourself, such as ignoring your appearance or personal health, this could also indicate burnout. This isn't limited to ordinary people. Even well-known figures like the CEO of a major tech company shared that we felt burnt out because they neglected his self-care due to his demanding schedule. Upon realizing this, they made self-care a priority and started incorporating daily exercise, which significantly improved his outlook. Similarly, in Dr. Herbert's example, many nurses in the hospital were neglecting their self-care and couldn't find personal time due to their busy shifts, which directly impacted their health. Many of us might think these signs are valid and that we do feel burnt out. But what causes it and how can it be fixed? Burnout can be addressed in 4 ways. 1. Friendship. One reason for feeling burnt out can be a deficiency in friendships. For example, someone might have everything they desire, success, a happy family, but still feel exhausted and unmotivated. Upon reflection, they might realize they lack meaningful friendships. Reconnecting with old friends or joining social activities, such as a local sports team, can significantly improve their energy and motivation, demonstrating the positive impact of friendship on well-being. 2. Following your hobby. Feeling burnt out can also result from not engaging in hobbies. For instance, a successful professional might no longer enjoy their work or family time because they lack hobbies. By revisiting childhood interests or finding new ones, they can experience positive changes. Engaging in a simple activity they enjoy can significantly boost their motivation and strengthen family bonds. 3. Not running behind perfectionism. Burnout can stem from the pressure of maintaining a perfectionist image. Many high achievers face stress and frustration due to unrealistic expectations they set for themselves. Learning to manage these expectations and practicing the art of saying no can help alleviate the stress associated with perfectionism, leading to improved well-being and performance. 4. Having a proper schedule. For instance, an individual consistently works without burning out due to proper scheduling. They divide their schedule into slots of 2 to 4 hours, understanding the law of diminishing returns, which states that our productivity decreases with continuous long hours of work. By dividing tasks and incorporating breaks and personal activities in between, they achieve more output. In conclusion, in this video, we discussed that what we often consider laziness might actually be burnout. We learned the 5 phases of burnout, the signs indicating we might be burnt out, and finally, 4 ways to overcome it. Feel free to take screenshots of these tips. Also, don't miss out on knowledgeable videos by subscribing and hitting the bell icon. We'll meet again soon. Stay focused.